Alrighty. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joshua Inni Akmaniko. I'm the marketing manager for Jobberman Nigeria. Welcome to another Jobberman Nigeria live demo session. I have my colleagues here. I'd love for them to introduce themselves. Guys, go for it.
Ladies
Isaac?
first.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies first. Great.
Yeah, I think just let you go first.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I lost you for a second.
Oh, okay. I said, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi. Hi, my name is Chisom Ofili. I'm the head of recruitment for Nigeria. I have over 10 years experience in recruitment.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for that extra information. So we
Mm,
know we're in good
welcome.
hands.
Yes.
Isaac?
Definitely. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Isaac Oni, and I'm the product lead for Jobberman Nigeria and Ghana.
Thank you so much, Isaac. So we have a very capable house, on this call. So we're here because German has done something amazing. We have launched another amazing product, right? The standard job ad, right? Isaac, do you want to tell us more about the standard job ad and its unique, value proposition?
Okay, so let me put it this way. We all know that trying to hire good and quality candidates is actually something very difficult to do at times,
Yep.
and if not most times. So one of the things we've looked at is to solve some of the pain points that we've actually gotten from over time, from feedback that we've gotten from our employers and also some of our customers. And what we're looking at doing, or what we've looked at solving and making better for our employers, is to make sure that the process of shortlisting candidates from a pool of a lot of CVs and profile that has been gotten over time when you're trying to hire, um, you know, it could be very ethic for you to source those CVs and eventually get the ones that are very relevant to you to
Mm-hmm.
continue with your shortlisting and your interviews and everything you need to do in between. So, what we're trying to do and what we've done with Standard is to make sure that the um, the stress of going through CVs and eventually shortlisting the right candidate for your role has been
Mm-hmm.
taken out. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. So Chisom, as and a recruitment expert, right? How does the standard job listing, right? How does standard job ad? How does it, help with the challenges of recruitment based on what Isaac has, the, to explain? Oh, Chisom, we can't hear you.
You're on
Pardon
mute.
me, I
Yeah.
was on mute. Yes, I'm sorry.
Fantastic. Now we can.
Okay, so yeah, so with the standard job ad, you automatically one major issue we have as recruiters is access to a huge pool.
Mm-hmm.
Usually takes a long time for you to be able to collate that pool. So the job ad, the standard job ad, gives you access to over a pool of over 2 million candidates. So you can start getting applications like that, And then another thing that the standard job ad does is that it gives a rating. It rates the candidates and gives you the people that best suit your job ad. So that's you actually start from like a level 3 in your recruitment process instead of like a ground zero. So major um those are two major advantages of the standard job ad.
Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So I can see that we have some people making comments. Hello to everyone in the comment section. So you are here for this live demo of the standard job ad. I mean, if you have any questions, guys, please put it in the chat, right? And we'll address it as we go on. Yeah. So Isaac, another question for you, right? I understand how this standard job ad works, right? But I mean, from a product point of view, what would you say is your best feature of the standard job ad?
Okay, so I wouldn't want to just say a best feature because standard job has different parts to it. So maybe I'm just
Okay.
going to tell you some of the features that it has
Okay.
and how it's also beneficial to the employers and eventually, you know, giving value for what you've actually paid for. So
Right.
one of the things for a standard job or any listing you're taking up on standard, one of the things you first of all get is a complimentary assessment. So it's not just good enough for applicants to send in the applications. One of the things you want to be sure of is also that are they technically sound or are they
Mm-hmm.
good enough for that role they are claiming to have sent in their CVs for. So we already have some assessments that you can issue out to the candidates. So before they apply, they take those
Mm-hmm.
assessment tests, and that can also help you to further to help you further in your shortlisting. So beyond what we do, which is what the standard does, is the candidate that have sent in the applications, we use our matching algorithm to rate them and
Okay.
suggest them to the employers.
Mm-hmm.
So the first level is we have that. That's for the profile matching algorithm. We have
Mm-hmm.
that. Then the second level to it is the complementary assessments that they take. So, say for example, I've listed the job as I'm looking for a finance analyst, and
Right.
I've gotten over 100 applicants. So, first thing is out of those 100 applications that you've gotten, what the standard job does, first of all, is to check through the profile of those applications that you've gotten or the applicants you've gotten, and we profile match in the sense that we show you in terms of relevance. I will show you in the demo as when we continue on this chat. So
Okay.
we show you, we indicate some people that have been able to match your job listing or your job role. We indicate it in the ATS. Then also by adding an assessment to it, you can now further check them with the assessment test. So you can see the assessment test, you can see how well they've performed in the technical test or the assessment that they've taken. And also with our suggestion, it makes it very easy for you to start your shortlisting. So that means if you have 100 CV, you don't really need to go through the 100 CVs
Mm-hmm.
to start checking out the guys you take. So from
Mm-hmm.
those 100 CVs, if we've suggested 30 based on the people that applied and based on their qualifications and some other things. Yeah, so if we suggested 30, so as against you going through 100, you just have to deal with 30 guys, and you're rest assured that you get something very good from those guys that we suggested. And there's so many other things too around it. So for standard, you can always download you can do bulk download. You can reach out to the applicants right from the ATS by sending out mails to them, and you
Mm-hmm.
can push out those mails to in bulk. You don't need to do it one by one. So let's say you just want to reach out, want to invite perhaps maybe 5 of them for interview. All you just need to do is to click and push out mail from the ATS. So it's the ease of use is just very top notch.
Fantastic stuff. Wow, it sounds like a real bumper product, right?
Yeah,
There are some
definitely.
questions that are coming in from the comment section. So Ibrahim had mentioned, how do I apply for a job? Hey, very easy. So visit www.jobberman.com, right? Sign up as a job seeker, create a profile, make sure it gets 100%, right? And then search for the job that you're looking for, based on your qualification. We have jobs available for you. Another question here, and I think this is from an employer. It says, "What is the relationship between the standard job ad and the app and the ATS?" And he asked Chisom to
Yeah, I saw that.
to respond to that. So Chisom, please educate us.
Okay. Okay. So The standard job ad feeds from the ATS, the applicant tracking system.
Yeah.
So the standard job ad feeds from over 2 million profiles. Apart from people,
Right.
as people are registering on the job urban platform,
Hmm.
their profiles are dropped into the applicant tracking system,
Okay.
and then the standard job ad feeds off of that. So that's the
Okay.
relationship. They are linked. Yes.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
once you sign up for a standard job ad, you have access to all of that.
Okay, great, great stuff. So, I mean, Victor, you've heard it all, right? What we need you to do as an employer, right, is to sign up on Jobberman as an employer. Fill out the job you want to post, or even speak to one of our sales agents, right, and let them guide you on the best product to get for your recruitment need, and be wild by our services. Okay. Next question for me, right? And this is for Isaac. Isaac, could you tell us more about the technology behind the standard job ad, right? What really does make it stand out from any other product available in the market, and how can we benefit from it? So that distinct technology behind it that makes it wow.
Okay, yeah. So just like Chisom has mentioned earlier, coming on a platform like Jobberman,
Hmm.
you have access to over 2 million job seekers. So just imagine you putting up a listing, and say you're looking for a marketing manager,
You're right.
and you get over 1,000, or perhaps maybe like 500 applications. I'm very sure if you're looking to just pick one person as a recruiter or an employer, that is a whole lot of documents or a whole lot of profiles to deal with. So it will probably take you days, if not weeks, depending on how fast you are then. But one thing we've looked at, this is something very ethic to do. So we built a system, and it's
Hmm.
an AI system that is able to look through all those profiles, look through the CV, and suggest based on the role you're looking for. That's some of the information you gave us from the role you've listed, and also the information that we are getting from the job seekers or the applicants. We match those two things together, and we use that to suggest to you and prioritize the guys that are very relevant to your role. So say as a marketing manager, you probably need somebody that can use, let me say, have an idea of search engine optimization, or digital marketing thereabouts. And those are some of the things you've listed in your job roles. Then what our system does is to look through everybody that has also applied for that role, and see if they are fit enough for the job you've posted. So what that does is we now begin to tag them in the system to tell you, oh, out of these 1,000 applications you've gotten, we'll be able to prioritize 50 guys or 100 guys for you to look through and start your shortlisting and continue with your hiring process. Yeah.
I feel like you have said so much, right? I don't know what Chisom has dropped off to, but I'm sure she'll rejoin. I think it's time to show them the magic, right? I think it's time for us to start that live demo. But just before we do that, it seems that there are a couple questions here as well. Um, so somebody writes here that I have updated my profile on Jobberman and my rating is on 99%. I have done everything possible. I mean, I understand how that feeling goes when there's just one more percent to go, but that means there's one more thing you need to do. So what you can do is you can take a look at the profiling percentages to see what exactly is still on the par, and then you can update it. You will hit 100%. I'm on 100%, right? So we'll get it. We'll get there. Okay, Chisom is back. Okay, welcome, Chisom. All right, so we're about to jump into the meat of the day, right? We're just about to jump into the live demo. Isaac, are you ready to share your screen?
Oh, yes, I am.
All right, fantastic. Take it away.
Okay. Just a few seconds.
Sure, sure.
Please let me know when you can see my screen.
All right. All righty. I can see your screen.
Okay,
Old and
okay.
beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
let's get to it.
So basically, I've said a lot of things about standard, but I think it's just the right to show you some of those things and where you can also see holistically how it works. So this is a
Yeah.
typical German platform, and
Mhm.
yeah, if you are not a registered employer yet, you just need to sign up. I wouldn't want to take you through that process, but it's very easy to do. Just go to german.com/employer and you can continue the process. But let's get right into it. So as an employer, once you've signed up and your account has been verified, and the reason for that is we want to make sure that for every job that is being listed on Jobberman, we are not in a position whereby we are putting the job seekers to at risk, knowing fully well what has been happening over time,
Yeah.
and how the whole, how there's a lot of scammers out there. So we make sure that for every employer and every job that is being listed on Jobberman platform, they are verified. So you can be rest assured that for any job you see from our platform or carrying Jobberman link, it's a genuine job. So as an employer, for you to post a job, one of the things you need to do is, yeah, apart from getting the credit, but let me just show you the process of doing that if you're not already familiar with it. So you go to post a job and it brings you to a page where you can start to fill all the details about the job roles and titles and every other information you want to give about the job. But there's one thing you need to note here. Apart from standard, we also have some other products like best basic job, best match that you can
Mhm.
also use here. But that is outside the scope of this conversation. But for
Yeah.
the sake of this conversation, we are sticking to standard job. So what you need to do first is to click on standard job so that you can have access to post all the things. And I will just have to point out some things here. If you go for a listing, I mean, if you go for a product like basic, yes, you still have access to the ATS and some other things. However, there are some very useful things that you might not be able to do when you are going for a product like basic. So a basic is just that's the list of our product. Let's put it that way. Yes, and if you are looking to just hire some basic roles and some entry level roles, then yeah, maybe basic would be something you use. However, if you are really looking to get the best out of the system and really want to enjoy your experience and also get value for your money, standard is what you really need to go for. So when you go for standard, you can put in your job titles. Let me save. Let me just put some. So I'm just going to fill some random stuff, not to waste so much time.
Okay.
And we normally encourage our employers to fill as much as possible they can and give as much as possible and accurate information when filling these details here, because these are part of the things that will also help us be able to effectively match candidates and recommend candidates for you. So the job level, the salary, you know, and so many other information like that. So, as part of what we're also looking at, we've gotten feedback that some jobs, some employers want their job to stay longer on the platform, maybe just to get more CVs, and
Mhm.
also probably just to make it more visible to people and to be sure that they've reached out to a lot of people. So you have the opportunity to also extend the days, number of days you want the job to be online. You have the opportunity to extend it to 90 days. However,
Nice.
45 days is the default, but you can always change that to increase it or reduce it to 90 days. To reduce or increase it to 90 days. Then the number of listings, I mean, the number of openings, you also indicate. In this case, I'll put to one. Yes, okay. So I'm just filling this pseudo text. But as an employer, it's just very, very important for you to write the summary as
Yeah.
accurate as it can
Detailed
be, and
summary.
also
Yeah.
give a detailed description.
Yeah.
Because as much as you want to look for quality candidates, it's very important for you as an employer to let the job seekers or the applicants understand what they are trying to apply for. So
Yeah.
when you give them a detailed information like that, it also attracts quality applications, and in turn, it makes the work way easy for you. So you can decide to post the job as anonymous by not showing what's your company name if you decide to do that, and if you choose to let people see the company name, it's fine, you can always go with that. Then we also have some other options here that you can take. Would you like applicants to apply with cover letter? If you want them to add it to it, yeah, you can indicate. If you don't want to choose, how would you like to view applications for the jobs? You can view on the ATS alone, or you also want to get email notifications when people start applying. Yeah. So, and one of the things I mentioned earlier on is that the standard job comes with a complimentary assessment. So that means beyond people just sending in the application, you want to know how well they are qualified for the job. And one
Yeah.
of the things you can do is to add an assessment to it. So for every standard job you pay for, it comes with an assessment credit that you can choose to use or not, depending on you and depending on your preference.
Yeah.
So from there, you click on next, then you choose the kind of assessment you want. In this case, let me just pick, let me do a general assessment, and I can do verbal reasoning. Then you continue to add it to your job card. So at this point, you are proceeding to payment. If you
Sure.
don't have a credit yet, you need to purchase one. And we've also made that process very simple, that all you need to do is just proceed to your cart and you can make payment. So depending on what you choose to, the mode of payment you're going for, you can do transfer or use your card. So this is also very intuitive now. We made some changes here, whereby at the point of posting, what you just see here is the job you're trying to post, and you can make your payment from there. So I'm not going to be making payment actually, but you can check out. Yeah, this is a live platform, so I don't want to. I just, most of the details I gave there is not good enough. So I
Yeah.
don't want to take it live. Yeah, so you can just check out, then you make your payments. But you should also be aware that once the payment has been done, we've taken it upon ourselves to verify every jobs that are going live. We don't want a situation whereby people are posting jobs that are not, cannot that are not that illegal. So we also make sure that to protect both the employer and also the job seekers, we make sure that for every job that goes live on the platform, they are verified. Yeah. So once that verification process has been done, your job will go live almost immediately. So bear in mind that our verification process takes just about um, 30 to 1 hour, and once that has been confirmed, it goes live. And in case you just have any issues with your job, or we feel that you need to change or modify some things, a customer experience agent will reach out to you and advise you on what to do next. So, in as much as you are making this a DIY service and you can go through it yourself, it's we also understand that people want that human element, and you want to know that somebody is listening to you and somebody is actually watching out for what you're doing and making sure that you are taking the right steps. So definitely someone will reach out to you. So let's assume we've paid for that job, and applications, people have started applying. I'm just going to use a job that we already have online. So you can manage jobs that you've already taken live or you've posted by coming to the dashboard, and this is what the dashboard looks like. And what you can do now is you can view your credit balance if you need to, or you need to top up, and can also view the latest activity on listing. But most importantly for us, for the sake of this conversation, we'll be viewing the jobs and also go into a standard job that we have. So these are some of the jobs that have been posted but have not been taken live. So this is a job, the media manager, that is still in drafts. Okay, I think this is what I was trying to. Okay, no,
Yeah, I think that's what you just created. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think this is what I just created. So you can see that even though I didn't complete the process by paying, all the details I already have there has been saved. So I can decide to come back to it and edit, and I can continue if I decide to come back later, or I had an internet issue and I could not complete that job. So I can easily come back and continue the editing, then take it online. And if I choose not to, I can still go back to manage my jobs to view other jobs. So at this point, I was trying to add an assessment. So you can see that it has already indicated that this job has an assessment. So if you've actually done everything you need to do, you can post this directly from here. And that's one of the things is also added. So before now, we didn't have all these features here whereby you can easily edit your job and continue putting more details, and also you posting directly from your dashboard. But let me just go to a job that has been posted and you see real time how this thing works. So another thing we should note here is that for every job that has been posted by an employer, they carry a tag. So I know I told you earlier that we have the best match, standard job, and the basic listing.
Basic listing.
Depending on the product you've chosen, all your jobs are carrying the tag showing the product. So in this case, we've had some jobs that has gone live on standard jobs, and this just makes it very easy for you to be able to locate any job you're looking for and you're trying to interact with, or you're trying to also start your shortlisting and continue. So these are some of the standard jobs. I'll just pick one. Okay, so let me pick this. So on clicking on that, we already have access to the dashboard that is showing you a quick metrics. I mean, it's quick information on how the job is performing. So as at this week, when the job was posted, it has already gotten 8 candidates applying on the 11th. We had 9 on the 10th. We had 16 applications on the 15th. So you can see how the job is performing. So altogether, we already have 33 candidates. Then, so this job does not have an assessment. So yeah, it was posted, but not with an assessment. So if you now want to continue your shortlisting, all you need to do is just to come to candidates, and you can see the guys that have sent in their applications. And one interesting thing now, which is what's one of the good thing and one of the things standard is offering is that for all the applications that have been sent in, you can see that there's a tag. So for example, Peter here is having a tag called profile match. This is because when he sent in his application, our matching algorithm has already gone through it, compared it to the job listing, which is the information you gave while you were trying to post the job, and found out that Peter is a good match for this role. So we already target. So you as an employer, once you're coming to the system, you're already seeing some guys that we are suggesting to you that you can start your shortlisting. All you just need to do is, okay, so this job has already over 30 applications. And if you look at it, on this first page, there are about 10 applications there. Out of the 10 applications, we already have people that we are tagging for you. So on a normal day, if you don't have this, you'll most likely be going through these applications one by one. I'll check Peter, check Jafet, check Wilson, and maybe at the end of the day, I don't even like what I'm saying. But what we are doing now is that as against you going through all these applications, we've already suggested some guys so that you can start with. And what you can just do is just go through them, check out their own profiles. I don't want to check this profile because this is a live job, and it's I'm not ready to be going through their CV. So you know, but yeah, as an employer or an HR person working for a company or a recruiter, all you just need to do is either download the CV or view the spec. You can even view their profile and see if they want. And you keep on doing that. I bet you by the time you go through 1, 2, 3 profile matches, I mean, some of these guys that have tagged, you definitely get what you need. Because if you're looking to just employ one person out of about 33 people, and we've already suggested about maybe like 10 out of them or 20 out of them for you, by the time you start checking them one by one, I'm sure you definitely get what you want. And another thing I just have to point out again is, so I mentioned earlier that this particular job doesn't have an assessment added to it. Another interesting thing you might also want to watch out for is assessment. So let me get a job that has an assessment, a standard job that has an assessment. Okay, this is an example. This was posted recently, and it's a BI analyst role. So far, it was posted yesterday. So far, we've gotten 10 candidates. So you can see the dashboard here to showing you how most of the candidates have taken the assessment test are doing. So out of the 10 candidates we've gotten, we've had one person that got between the score of 21 to 30, another person between 31 to 40%, and 2 candidates 41 to 50. We have 2 candidates also 51 to 60 and 61 to 70. So this gives you an idea of the people that are already applying, how well they are performing using the assessment test. So now you have 2 level of filtering you can do. Let me get into it. So look at these guys. Some of them have not taken the test, and that's why it's showing pending assessments. So what this means is we have some guys that will come on that will show interest. I mean, they want to apply. However, they don't take in the assessment. So you as an employer, you can see the status of the assessments. They've not taken it. And also on this job seekers end, they also have a notification that is showing them that you have a pending assessment. So for every job seeker that has shown interest in applying for this job, even though as an employer, you can see their profile, you can see their CV, you can nudge them again by telling them they should complete the assessment so that you can use that to further consider them. And you can easily just send out mail through this place. So, we've made it so seamless that you can have all the interaction without going outside this. Unlike what you normally do, if you put up this job on your own website, they send in their CVs manually. You probably reply them with a link to take the test. They sent, the whole back and forth, and you clog in your emails with a lot of CVs. So just imagine this kind of role where you get 100 CVs. I'm sure most people that are trying to recruit still have other part of their business or other part of their tasks, apart from just looking out for candidates and trying to reach out to candidates. So you don't want to clog your emails. You don't want to keep getting notifications that you have an email just for you to check. It's just somebody sending it. So what ATS is doing for you is to make you have a place where you can manage end to end all these processes. And you can see that some of them have not taken these assessments. Although we've suggested that from what we are saying from their CV and profile, they might be a good match. However, you've also added another step to it. You want them to take the assessment. So what you can do is to probably just focus on the guys that have completed the assessment, and also we are recommending them as good match for this role. So see, for example, this Joshua has been recommended as a good profile match, and he has also taken the assessment. His assessment score is 67%. We have Tomide too, showing 52%. So you as a recruiter or an employer can just begin to use this as a yardstick to know the guys you are checking out. And one interesting thing you should also know that, yes, we understand that when you have a lot of applications, you might want to do those sorting real time. One of the things you can do also is to sort all the applications you've gotten by the assessment score. So now people that have done the assessments are coming first. So I have Joshua that has done the assessment 67%, 56, based on how high they scored 56, 50, 52, 48, and down that way. So you can easily just use that to start your processes. And another thing also that this relevance to shows you all those guys and try to prioritize the guys that we've matched as profile match. So ideally, what this is supposed to do, there might just be some issues around this now, but we'll fix it. So ideally, what it's supposed to do is to make all the guys that we have indicated or we've suggested to you come above the guys that have not been indicated by sorting with relevance. So what you
Right.
see actually is just going to have people like Enobong, Femi, Joshua come above that we've not tagged as profile match. And one last thing that we also want to note is if you're going for a product like basic listing, there are some other features you will not be have accessing, you will not be having access to. Like, so say for example, I need to reach out to quite a number of these guys. So let me say these guys have not taken the assessment, and let me click on them. I want to send them an email to nudge them to take the assessment. After clicking on them, you can come here and push out an email to candidates.
Very nice.
Yeah, so you can see Enobong, Olufemi, add subject, message. Then you choose the email you want them to respond to. This reply to email this. So you can easily push out an email. You can so this in this case, they've not taken the assessment. We can tell them, okay, we think you are good enough for this role. However, you are still you've not taken the assessment. It would be good to take it on or before this so and so. Depending on what you want to tell them. But if you go for a basic listing, which was one of the products I showed you, you would not have access to things like this. So you can't on a basic listing, you won't be able to download CVs, you won't be able to download profiles, you won't be able to email candidates bulk. So taking bulk actions like this will not be possible. Also, you will not have access to the candidates pool. And for people that are not very familiar with the system yet, the candidate pool is just a way whereby you can pick some of these guys here. You can pick some of these guys here and put them on standby, or you just push them to a particular pool. So let me show you how it is. You can create, you can add candidates. So these are some of the candidates pools we've created from our own end, from this account. Create them, and you can add them to candidate pool. You can create new ones too. So for us, we understand that this whole process of recruiting and trying to get candidates can be very hectic. So we've thought through it and how best we can give our employers a very good experience for them to be able to go through all this process at a very good price. And I know Chiso will still talk about the price after now. But yeah, like they normally say, well, good things have some kind of value attached
Good
to it.
things cost money. Is you can say it in your chest. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I know quite all right that with all these functionalities, yes, it's something that is really worth trying and is something that is really worth paying good money for. Yes. So, I
Wow.
don't know if anyone has any questions at the moment.
Thank
Can
you
you?
so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Isaac. Isaac, that was very informative, right? Very well presented as well. I mean, there are a lot of key features here that I personally love, right? I love the fact that you can add a complimentary assessment. And, to speak about complimentary assessments is we're trying to validate, the job seekers that are applying for these jobs, trying to get them,
Exactly. Yes.
at the
Joshua, you're breaking up. Okay, while we wait for Joshua to be back, I think he's having some internet issues. Um, Let me just go through the chat to see if people have been or we have some questions that we can take.
Hello?
Hi, Joshua. Good to be back. So we lost you a
So
bit.
sorry.
Yeah.
Just that 1 minute. Sorry, I had a glitch. Right. So, I mean, let's talk about, the money part. So, Chisom, please, how much is the standard job ad?
The standard
Money,
job ad
money.
goes the standard job ad listing goes for 43,000 naira. So
Is
that's
that
the
all?
price.
Very
That's all actually. That's all.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, and it's so packed, right? With all these features, we're able to rank, we're able to have that tag of who is more qualified, be able to send emails to prompt people to take um, the assessments, right? I mean, it's a bumper product. It's a bumper product. I mean, speaking about products, right? Chisel, do you want to highlight some of the other products that we have on the Jobberman bouquet, right? That some employers might, be interested to know.
Yeah, so Isaac has already mentioned the basic job ad
Listing.
listing as well
Yeah,
as the standard. We also have what we call best match.
yeah.
For the best match service, you would get a short list of 10 best candidates. Now, the platform is going to rank these people according to prioritize them according to their match to the job, and then you will get the best 10. That's for the best match service. We also have the Pro Recruit service. The Pro Recruit service, that's where one of our professional recruiters would interview candidates and then send you the best five. Now, the difference between the best match and the pro recruit is that in the best match, there are no interviews. So we basically just give you the best 10 profiles. But for the pro recruit service, after we've gotten all of that, we still interview all of them and then send to you. You also have access to request for additional CVs. Every CV or every profile that is going to be sent to you in the pro recruit service will be um, um, interviewed, and it's a prepaid service. The best match service is also a prepaid service. Best match is going for 75,000, and then the pro recruit service is going for 129,000. We also have what we call the executive recruitment service. Now, this executive recruitment service, we we would usually charge like 15% of the candidate's annual gross. It's not a prepaid service, and we send you the best three candidates. Now, the executive recruitment, you usually use it for senior roles, MDs, CEOs, CFOs, roles like that. Those are roles that we do for the executive recruitment service. Yes. Sorry, I didn't mention for the pro recruit service, you get five CVs within 5 to 7 working days. For the executive recruitment service, you get three CVs between 7 to 10 working days. So those are the products that we have, the recruitment products that we have.
Fantastic. It seems like German has thought about everything. And I'm not just
Yes,
saying that I'm not just saying that because I work here. We have thought about everything, and we have talked about how best to recruit across board. So I mean, looking at some of the comments here, um, someone asked, "How do I apply for a job on Jobberman?" Very easy. You visit jobberman.com and then you create a profile as a job seeker, get it to 100%, and then you begin to apply for jobs that interest you. And just as a disclaimer, I would also want to say that Jobberman will never tell our job seekers to pay for any job to get a job. That is not our style, and that is the first thing you should note. If anyone tells you that you need to pay before you get the job, that is a scam, right? And we are very much against that sort of recruitment. Our charges are to the employers, right? Because we understand that they are looking for that quality, right? And as we said, quality comes at a price. So, guys, I don't know if we have any last words and last comments, right? Chisom, Isaac, any last words? Since we don't have any other questions or comments in the section.
my last words, I would say sign up with Jobberman. We have a wide range of products that can cater to your needs. For SMEs, for large corporations,
Yeah.
sign up with Jobberman. We have professional recruiters that will help you to achieve your goal. Focus on your core and give outsource your recruitment to us, and you'll be fine.
That's focus on your core. That's hashtag focus on your core.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, Isaac.
And for me, just like some of our marketing stuff I've been saying, standard is the new standard in quotes.
Yes.
Yes, and if you really want to, yes, if you know that the whole hiring process is something that has been very, very, very hard for you to do, standard is just the way to go. As in, you get what you want at a very good price, just like Chisom has mentioned, and definitely with the whole experience that was also shown, it's no gay saying that it's just something that, and with a platform like Jobberman having over 2 million job seekers, quality job seekers, then you know that it's just a matter of time. Once you get in, you're getting what you want. And you don't have to keep repeating the process or, keep overhauling, like I would
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
hiring and firing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
so definitely standard is just something you really need.
all right, guys, employers, you've had it all here at this live demo session by German Nigeria, right? In the words of Chiso, focus on your core. Let us focus on your recruitment. There we go. Thank you to everyone that has attended this live demo. If you're an employer, don't waste any time. Sign up on Throwback Nigeria, post your job, right? And let's get you the candidates that will take your company to the next level. If you're a job seeker, you know employers are looking for you. So by all means, sign up on Jobberman, create your profile, get it to 100%, and start applying. Thank you, everyone that has made out the time. Thank you, Chisom. Thank you, Isaac. Let's all have a great
Thank
day.
you.
And let's
Thank you very
remember,
much, Joshua. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Bye,
new
everyone.
standard is here. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.